Hey, it's Douglas, and today I have the book Shoe Dog. This was written by Phil Knight, the one of the co-creators of Nike. I have read this book many times. It's probably one of my favorite books. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, sports enthusiast, or just want to understand how a company as huge as Nike became what they are, coming from a runner, then this book definitely will give you an amazing insight. It's not typically very long. You can see here, it's really only around 300 or 400 pages. I think I've read this book so many times. It's written by Phil Knight. Obviously, he was a runner. He went to Oregon, and it talks about how he started. It takes you from every year from the 60s until when they go public, and then there is kind of like an ending section where he talks about everything that happened in between going public until up to now. So it pretty much talks about everything, like a kind of nobody, just a guy who liked running, and how he turned from that with no business experience, and he turned that into Nike. Um, Starts off with they weren't even Nike; they were something else. So I don't want to give away everything in the book, but there's so many challenges that he has to overcome, that his company has to overcome. Talks about being a boss when you don't really know what you're doing. Talks about family dynamics, in terms of like father son relationships, both with him and his father and with his kids. Talks about like how he built his company up, his conflicts. He has conflicts with his manufacturing company in Japan. And ultimately, he gets sued. He takes on the U.S. government. There's just a lot there that like somebody who really doesn't understand business, and to see how they're able to transfer themselves over decades from someone who barely had a company together, didn't know the first thing about how to run a business, and turned it into what Nike ultimately became. It's just an amazing book. Probably one of my favorite books that I've ever read. So I'd say if you're in the market for like a good book to read, um, not even that you're a business minded person, but definitely if you are, I would say this is definitely one that's worth the read.